Hello everyone, welcome back to Sunless Skies. So it's been a bit. I'm getting back into the game. Hopefully we're not going to take too long to catch back up. So we are in Lustrum. There was still this whole aspect of seeking a claim, but I don't have enough money, really. I've got 1,000, but I don't want to deal with this. It says it costs 100 sovereigns once we get it. I think we'll come back. So here we are in Lustrum. We need to find another route out of here. Because we can't, we came here from Leadbeater and Stainrod, all the way down like that. I'm sure that this goes up to Carillon. I'm betting that there are passages like through here somewhere, over to Port Avon and New Winchester. Let's go northwest and try to find a way to Port Avon. We have some quests to do there also. I don't think we have anything to do in Carillon. Oh, actually, should I buy some more supplies? I should. Let's dock again real quick. We'll just wait for this. There we go. Wait for it to tick over. I wish there was a way to say top off instead of sitting on a partial barrel of fuel. So 1-1. Right. What's in our hold right now? We have some literature, some souls, chorister nectar, bronzewood. This thirsty bombazine, which I don't have that much of a use for or know much about. We have some seeds we can get rid of and some crockery at need. No bizarre opportunities. We need to go back to Winchester and figure out what's up. I like this. It's all pretty. It's really detailed. Oh, hello! So last time we had a lot of terror gained because she got really close to us. Let's try to avoid that. Means we're a little bit more inaccurate while we're trying to make stuff happen. But I think we got her. She's bleeding at least. There we go. Send out crewmen with axes. We don't have any space for it, so let's just get some experience. We could trade, you know, for a piece of crockery or something. Maybe that would have been better. But that's a lot of experience. Here, go ahead and send out our bat. Apparently there was something back here, but it was probably just a rock that we can't mine. Because we don't have any capacity for it. Another thing up here. Okay, let's at least take a look at this one. This one was close. If it's just like some... No, it's another rock. And I don't want to go this way. I want to go up. So let's instead follow it around. Lots of hours out here, I suppose. But honestly, I think probably it's better. I don't know. Maybe you need hours for more than I'm thinking. But they sell really cheaply, and I'd rather have nectar for the same amount. Just go kill bats. Or not bats, bees. Another rock. Something ghastly out here. Or no, it's something... a horror. Right here. Sigils. An ancient ruin. Okay, we don't want to be fighting you at the same time as we're in a place where we're taking horror damage. Let's just run beyond the sigil. Hopefully this goes through. Okay, we're taking some damage now. Okay, this is worse. This is worse. Getting stuck in here is not good. Okay, I don't want to get too near that sigil, but she's moving around a bit oddly compared to us. There we go, that should hit. Two of them. Great. I'm sure this goes through, though. There's one. There's a wreck right there. Like, where exactly is the horror? It's off to the right here. It might just be these sigils. It might not actually be like an interactable. 91% chance. Yeah, another crew. Good. Now we're top dot on crew again. I just want to look to see if there's a thing I can visit and encounter. And it doesn't seem like it. It seems instead it's just a dangerous area because of these sigils. A stowaway! Something is amiss. Things are out of place. Unexplained cracker crumbs on the pantry floor. The chief engineer's favorite wrench hung on the wrong hook. Several empty pages torn from the back of your logbook. The crew protest their innocence and contribute their own stories. Vanished shoelaces, doors left open, oily footprints on a door frame. You have a stowaway. So we don't have a tale of terror, or we don't have 3. We need 3, but we have a decent chance of mirrors. Yeah. After an hour, an indignant stoker drags a sooty-faced urchin before you. Found her hiding in a supply crate in the hold. She had a right little treasure trove in there. Cutlery from the galley, Jones's Bible, and my best socks. He brandishes a horrible pair of socks. The stowaway picks her nose defiantly. The urchin wears an oversized skyfarer's coat, clumsily and drastically hemmed at the sleeves and tails. Her eyes are pale, accustomed to starlight. A model of old frostbite blemishes one cheek. When she speaks, her voice seems older than the rest of her. What is she, 12? 13? What are you doing here? Well, what do you want? She's obviously stowing away. She is taken aback by the question. No one's ever asked before. Usually there's a lot of shouting that I'm chucked off at the next port. She thinks about it, looking around at the bridge. She's a good engine, loyal. I'd like to stay, until such time as I don't. Where are your parents? She looks at her shoes, mismatched and scuffed. Gone, in the blockade of New Winchester, during one of the bombardments. Anyway, a neighbor tried to look after me, but I didn't like her much. So, we can acquire her as a mascot, or we could send her to New Winchester. We'll let her stay. What, actually? She salutes you inexpertly. You won't regret. I can help out, like I know my way around an engine, and I'm no stranger to the sky. I know stuff. I could teach you. Perhaps another time. You shake her grubby hand and send her to bed. It's past her bedtime. So, she is a mascot. Our mascot right now is Mirrors and Iron. She is 1 heart. 1 heart only. Well. Another rock. There's a grave over here, but there is also a scribe spinster that I would happily avoid. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to, because this is all closed off. I bet this continues to there. Let's hug this. Maybe she won't notice us. Nope, she's going to find us. Ouch, that was a good hit. She's passive. What's wrong with this? Huh. Yeah, she just sat there and let us kill her. Ooh, this is a thing I can interact with. We did use up some supplies, so we can go ahead and get some more bronze wood. Assuming our crew don't die. I can't explore, it says. I'm trying, but it's not doing it. I probably need assaying, and I don't have it. The Desolation of Saliba. Should we go to Carolyn? Like, we're so close. Let's at least get a port report. Well, our hold is so full, is the issue. We won't be able to buy stuff if there's bargains. And it doesn't sell fuel, it only sells supplies. Yeah, let's just head on to New Winchester. This is the exact same as that. That's just the same asset reused twice. Let's get a free supply. Sure. Supplies are expensive. So, potentially get a supply. I think we got that before. Or just more in the dead to reduce our tear. Signal the wreck. Let's see what we find. 2 supplies. Yeah, that's decent. We could go to Avon first. Same issue though. We don't have the hold to carry any new things. Let's just go back to Winchester. Excuse me. But Avon does have cheap fuel. You always get that, 2 for the price of 1. In exchange for gossip. What would go in this big pipe like that? Like, it's bigger than a train. A train could go through that pipe. Certainly not like a gas or anything. Or, I don't even know. We going the right way? Yeah, we are. We could have gone left. It doesn't matter. Hello. Tackety. I don't have any hold space, though, for you. I think you're going to survive this encounter, man. Good. Congrats for you. Well... Nah, you're fine. We could hope that he gives us a chance to repair, but it doesn't matter. We're so close to New Winchester. Alright. So first of all, repair. And let's throw a bunch of stuff in the bank. Anything we have a lot of? Like, probably munitions the most. And a few seeds. Might want to sell that if we start getting more. Any interesting bizarre things? Stained glass windows that we don't know how to do. Literature for Trader's Wood. Okay. I think we have some quests to turn in, right? Yes, we can drop off Miss Lemaire. She gives you a brisk handshake as she departs your locomotive. Better accommodation than I'm used to. Now I have a premiere to plan. You're invited, of course. It'll be next week, assuming I haven't keeled over. She bustles off into the smog of New Winchester. Your quartermaster complains it's going to take weeks to get the spores out of her berth. And we get a free 100 sovereigns. And the story is going to continue at some point. An opportunity. A pernickety factor. Why are we getting this? Just 183 Hybrian matters. What does that mean? I don't know. But go for it, yeah. The meeting takes several days to arrange. She rejects the Round Table as a venue and all the cafes in the Upper District, even that nice tea room under the bridges. Eventually you agree upon the parlor at the Company House, which is open to visitors on a Sunday. The pernickety factor requests you change table 3 times before she's satisfied. I'm looking for several disappeared colonists. I believe their destination was Hybris. I'd be much appreciative if you were to take me there. Okay, so we need to carry her to Hybris. So this is the whole deliver honey to the Round Table that the parsimonious chairman wanted us to do. That seemed kind of mean. We have a low chance of it working. We have a low chance of warning him also. I think we're just going to not do anything for now. We'll leave this quest to be completed later. How goes the war? A secret factory operating in Lustrum has been discovered. Okay. And what do people think of me? Oh! So they think I am one of the lapdog captains of London. And I'm named as an example of patriotism and British pluck. Okay, so I'm definitely going stovepipey. Yeah, it's still on neutral ground, but that's cool. We don't need more crew. Is there anything I want to buy, perhaps, for our ship? Our engine? We could upgrade our fuel. So this is 100% movement speed, 100% fuel. If we go to the Britomart, we'd move a bit faster and consume fuel at an even higher rate. So less fuel efficiency, but we would be getting around faster. And that requires 6 crew, and this doesn't say. I don't know, it doesn't seem that good a thing. To hurt our fuel efficiency just to go a bit faster. Nah, I'm not going to, we don't have the money for it anyway. We do have another slot for a small armament. We could put like another Gromacon. I don't know. I feel like we're really limited not by how much we can fire at once, but instead by the heat buildup. So I'm not seeing that much of a need for it. Yeah, I think we'll leave that alone. We do need to top up. Oh, wait, we're going to go to Trader's Wood, right? And Trader's Wood had those expeditions that required a lot of supplies. So let's go there with like lots of supplies. So 5 fuel and 5 extra supplies. Maybe we can knock out some stories there. All right. Oh, wait. Okay, that's a great start to our voyage. We need that literature. Right, it's 5, right? Yeah, 5. And go ahead and repair up again. Alright. So, Port Avon down to Trader's Wood. And then maybe up to Magdalen's? I think we do have a quest to turn at Magdalen's. But I really should be focusing on getting our quest done. Like, we'll get money over time. Just from, you know, existing out in the waste. Or in the reach. So you want to go to Hybris. You want to go to Carillon. I should have dropped by Carillon while we were there. You want me to go to kill things. London. The thing we're not doing. You just want me to go back in a few days. You need to go back to the nature reserve. London. This is what we wanted to do. To go to on expeditions in Regent's Grave. Magdalen's. Avon. Okay. So we got some stuff to do. We have a lot of things to do in Carillon. If we have our stats up high enough. Honestly, we should maybe start thinking about heading towards London. I feel like we've tipped off most of the areas and most of the quests in this area. And I'm sure we're going to be coming back. But let's just knock out a few more. And then we'll start thinking of heading to London. To Albion, I should say. I mean, we've explored most of the Reach. There's a few more areas. This might just be a big landmass with maybe one more channel running through it. Like, this looks like there might be something inside. Might be another port, like Carillon and... No, we've used our bat around there a lot. No, well. Never mind. We'll figure things out in time. Oh, and I could definitely use another crewman. Like, we're missing out on stats by not having a quartermaster. Every time we fail an objective, or fail a dice roll, it's because we don't have a 5th person. Yeah, sure. I probably should have gone down that way, but that's okay. Game seems quiet today. I'm not sure why. There's always a few Cantankerate running around this area. Maybe just for easy food. Oh, we didn't turn in our port reports. That's okay. Here, cheap fuel. Drop off a settler. Yeah, they wanted to be here a long time ago. They're probably not going to be happy. A colonist gives the settler a limp, awkward handshake. I am the founder of our... Yeah, I've done it before. We are late. I can only hope the people of this good settlement are less prone to tardiness than you. Here are your wages. Oh well. Share some gossip. So our welcome is at 6, and we have 8 more gossip. So we need to get someone to repair the magician's equipment. The carpenter squints at the letter and gives a quiet harumph. Another one. Fine. Looks like I'll need the hairs of Chorister Bee. Just use a razor, not your own. So we need to kill a bee. I assume that would be money, but that's okay. Get our port report. Attend to service. For our new Sky Story. We have so many Sky Stories. We should go to Titania and convert some of them into money. Ooh, a free supply. Nifty. I'm looking for terror reduction. Yeah. There we go. Now we're nicely without terror. Cheap nectar. We'll buy that. Alright. Look at that. 7 and 10. We're like ridiculously oversupplied. I think that cantankerate must have gone this way. Okay, so to get to this, you just go this way and go straight for a long time. Ooh, eels. Even more supplies. There's good eating on a partner eel. A king, his cup, looking for the Grail, man. Alright. So, a respite from labor. We could hire somebody. Not good. Not now, at least. Anything going on here? We can deliver the literature. And that gives me an extra vision of the heavens, which we already had quite a few of. We can buy some cheap seeds. Let's wait until we're ready to leave, though. I'm not sure what our supply situation is going to look like in the middle of this. The Parting Glade. There's our port report. Alright. We've seen all this before. This is where we can potentially get a vision of the heavens, which we've done before. This caged catch is something I've not done before. We don't have a very good chance for it, but I don't know if... Let's see what the negative is. Oh, we don't. We guess we just get it. A caged catch. A keen-eyed stoker spies tracks leading into the wood. You follow them. Birds cry out in the canopy ahead of you, startled by something moving. You quicken your pace. Your quarry slows, allowing you to catch up. It stands in a copse of silverwood, a proud stag with its many-tined triple crown. Its majesty does not spare at your bullets. It takes 5 people to carry it back to your engine. It doesn't seem like that would result in a caged catch. That seems like that would result in supplies. But whatever. So these guys they're waiting for me to go and explore. Expedition to the Woods Deep. Oh, this does need fuel also. Huh. I'm gonna risk more crew. So we have 14. This is gonna need 10. which means that we'll have a real hard time limping back home. Although we could probably recruit people in Port Avon if we need. Prepare a large expedition with quite a bit of food and supply and fuel. I should have brought more fuel. Yeah, we're down to 4. Ouch. A sizable contingent of your crew volunteers to follow you into the wood. Packs are hoisted on his shoulders, rations divided and sensibly stored in little tubs. We're here with you, Captain. So that we can actually go for many different things. Ooh. So this would be otherworldly artifacts. This would be bronze wood. It's not either one of those, though. We want to go to Steward's Font. Yeah. An expedition of moderate difficulty. Apparently bronze wood is difficult. We can get bronze wood easily, though, from other places. The scholars share individually what they know. Their transcriptions of the correspondence differ significantly, and they refuse to work together on a single translation. It should be enough to get to the general area of the font. You gather your crew and make for the edge of the Whispering Wood. The scholars emerge from their tents to wave you off. It begins to pour. The gray sky is angry. Your crew look desperate to make camp, and progress will be slow over sodden ground. Perhaps this is an opportunity to recover some strength. That's all we can do is rest. 100% chance. Like, we don't really need to recover strength. We just began, but whatever. A navigator discovers a hollow way running through a vast copse of blackwood. You can set a watch at both ends and light a fire without being seen from elsewhere in the wood. Your crew stay up late swapping stories of old rulers and their various ends. Your sleep is dreamless as death. And apparently that recovered some terror. Oh. Long shadows move through the silver trees ahead. There is a mournful howl. Someone sounds hungry. A stoker tries to joke. A low growling comes from behind you. The beasts have your scent. So 67% chance, 28. We might fail this. We're not really very irons heavy. Hey, lucky. You exhort your crew to stand their ground. Grotesque beasts, mockeries of earthly animals emerge from the tree line. Their pelts are ragged and mangled with exposed inner organs. Their tusks curve cruelly. It is impossible to avoid thoughts of disembowelment. Each stares as if famished. You do not give an inch. You sound the first barrage, then the second, then the third. The trees trap the smoke. Your crew coughs and chokes, but the beast's blood flows freely. The beast's howls are discordant. You stop your ears and bring them down one by miserable one. And for an uncanny specimen. And progress. Ooh. Okay. The ground gives way to a bog, gray and fetid as a newly slain corpse. It burps lazily. The marsh reeds susurrate, growing in volume as you approach. There is English amidst the polyphony. Names, yours and those of your crew. So, 40% chance with strength, or going around is a slightly higher chance. Yeah, we're getting some nice luck here. Or keep on getting those 70% successful. The wood extends for miles, but so too does the bog, as though it were once a river or a moat. It is hours before you find a passable clearing, a glade of emerald hue, nestled between a copse of silver trees that shiver and sigh like consumptives. The trees whisper as you pass. They lie in a dozen languages, only half known to you and your crew. The discordant shivers beneath the boughs. Correspondence ignites wood that shrieks, as though not meant to speak it. Wood burns and breaks. The passing is treacherous and slow. Eventually, you emerge. And we get it. We got to Steward's Font. Good deal. You scale down the wet rock face and into a cave. It is several moments before your eyes adjust to the light. The cavern is not natural. The walls are covered with bronze wood and studded with Navarrete gemstones, driven in too deep to remove. Distant starlight from the cave mouth reflects off the stones, filling the cave with radiance. Towards the back of the cave you find a silver seal the size of a crown and a curved crescent blade. Correspondence is scored on the blade's battered metal. It's too large to move, but you record the sigils. Perhaps one of the scholars will be able to translate. You take the seal. Okay. So we found writing. So probably we should go to the dismal paleographer. We also found a seal, and that could be either one of them. But I'm gonna talk to you first. Okay, you'll only be able to consult one scholar. They do not share their findings with rivals and guard their research jealously. I mean, you're a paleographer. I don't know if I agree with your theory, but I think probably you're the best one to translate these sigils. The dismal paleographer grabs your notes eagerly. He is swift to an initial translation. This is a gift for service. Carolingian kings gave gifts, spoils, riches, offices, for loyalty. Eh? What's this? The paleographer labors over your notes for several hours. At last he rises from his desk. I think this was given as an office. Tamer of the king's bower. But that's no position I know of. It gave authority over the giggling place, located somewhere deep. Do you have a map? It'd be easier. He scrawls markings onto your map. The giggling place? Really? Okay. We did find a seal, though. Can we talk to the other people? No? Okay, well, let's do another one. First one went pretty well. It's gonna take another 2 and 2. An expedition to the giggling place. You're sure the name, however, is an error of translation. I certainly think that's better than going for these two. Like, maybe otherworldly artifacts. How many do I have of those? That's a condemned experiment. I have 5 of them. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would want to trade crew for the otherworldly object. Yeah. Let's just go to the giggling place. Thunder shakes the trees. Storm's nearing, a signaler says, drawing up her hood. Should we be out in this, Captain? So, this seems actually like it's not a very difficult one. 100% chance of succeeding. Pressing forward. Brandy is passed about in little flasks until you have to remind people not to get rotten drunk in the middle of a thunderstorm. The going is quieter after that, but swifter. It begins to pour. The gray sky is angry. Your crew looks desperate to make camp, and progress will be slow. Yeah, we'll rest. Like, it doesn't even give me another option to not do that. Last time this worked, it was a chancy, though. Lucky. And we're there already. Wow, okay. Enter the giggling place. Within the dell, the laughter becomes cacophonous. Your crew must cover their ears as they press forward through the dripping undergrowth. White ferns whisper as they brush against your heads. Your hands. Ahead, you can hear the lowing of beasts. The air is cold as the grave. You inch forward as the laughter crescendos washing over you. A copse of trees, gray as a rainstorm, lies ahead. It blocks the rest of the dell from sight, but is the only way forward. Go alone or send my crew forward? Go alone. Be brave, man. Your crew are loyal and protest, but their relief is palpable. You stride through the trees, the distant starlight dappling their gray leaves silver. You are greeted with laughter as bright and insistent as a blade at the throat. It emerges from the dell, which descends to a gap in the trees. A vision of the heavens? Enter the hollow. A canopy of drifting leaves conceals what's ahead. Laughter, high and mirthless, can be heard very close. You must go forward. At the very bottom of the dell is a brook. The water babbles and chuckles, murmurs and giggles. A bronze seal gleams just under the surface. As you reach to take it, 3 faces are reflected in the water next to yours. You are being watched by a 3-headed fox, the size and color of a polar bear. It speaks, but with your voice, your vocal pattern stolen in the service of its speech. More not the wild trees nor the slain servant open the silent barrows. Okay. I lost a mirror. I lost a heart of veils, and I lost all these stats? Oh, that sucks. I'd rather have lost crew. Like, that's a level. That's 4 stats. Well, it's not quite a level, but it's a lot of stats. So, what did we gain this time? It was a seal, I thought. But we gained a seal last time. The Barrows of Silence. Who do I want to ask about this? Like, I mean, we encountered a talking fox with 3 heads. That's not something I think would be in the Bible. I don't think it has anything to do with writing. I don't really know a lot about Sumerian religion, but maybe that's a Sumerian thing? I'm going to give it to you. Her eyes widen as you relate what happened. She shakes her head. Talking animals? That makes no sense. Oh, nowhere in Sumerian. Okay, so maybe we should have given it to the priest dude. She clenches her hand in frustration, in Genesis perhaps, but nowhere in Sumerian mythology. She shakes her head again. I guess it was a religious thing. Oh well. If the evidence leads us away from the theory, so be it. I've heard of the Barrows, or something that could be that. We found a stone tablet written in the correspondence. It mentioned quiet graves at a place in the forest where deeds were done. Unfortunately, I don't think we have enough fuel to do another expedition. We'll have to come back and do it another time. But I think we messed that one up. I think we should have talked to the other dude. Yeah, I can't buy fuel here, can I? No, just supplies. Okay, let's get all these seeds. Bring them home. And let's go up to Magdalene's. Let's go... Well, let's just go straight. Let's go around like this. We'll curve and map the right side of this. I love the mapping aspect of this game. There's something very satisfying about filling in a blank canvas with all the different paths that you can travel. We're still looking for a bee to bring it back to Port Avon. Is there anything else out in the world we're looking for? I don't think so. We just need to get to ports. Sorry, I'm checking my map just to be careful, just to make sure I'm getting the right place. And there's a thingy I want. Potentially. Guarded by a marauder. We're really close to leveling. We have a lot of gossip. Let's just get some money. It's always teapots. More salvage. Okay. Yeah, our Veils is really bad. We're at 53. Like, I'm betting if we fail this, we'll get a Tale of Terror. So, and get some horror, but we're near Magdalene's. There we go. Like, maybe that's something I should be aware of more. Like, I've been reluctant to do options that it looks like we don't have a good chance of passing. But failing options maybe reveals, you know, other paths. You don't always want to succeed at everything you would try. All things must strive. Alright. We didn't quite map it as well as we could have, but that's fine. Let's get to Magdalene's. Alright, so first thing, the bazaar. You're selling cheap seeds? Everyone's selling cheap seeds. We have so many seeds. Alright, we need to get some more fuel. First of all, we could go back to traders. Not, I'm sure we'll end up having to go there for some other reason anyway, and then we'll finish up the expeditions. So, first of all, what's this? Ah, another unlicensed chart for a lot of money. I'm going to take one now, because that gave us something pretty awesome, right? That gave us the Searing Enigma. I think. I'm not sure. Either way, let's go ahead. And we need to talk to the dude. Report. The amenable... Oh, the previously impounded goods. I forgot about that. A nurse from Magdalene's opens up the crate and breathes a sigh of relief. Finally, our prisoner's honey. We were almost out. I can't thank you enough. Prisoner? Okay. And the amenable host, we were looking for you in Lustrum and did not find you. What will you tell the amenable host? The amenable host closes his hand around his returned locket. Now it comes to it. I'm not sure I want to know, but I've sent you out. He drums his fingers against his cup. We don't spare our guests the truth, so why should I be any different? Well, out with it. So, we did not get any solid evidence from any of these. You were shot dead on the mountain, survived. A strike-breaking factory owner, reformed. You continued the work of the Parlor of Virtue on Prosper. We could tell him the truth that there was nothing conclusive to find. Or we could tell him the truth that we found nothing conclusive. Which would you have preferred to have been? Interesting. You might not have been any of them, or which would you have preferred to have been? I think this fits much more with the pattern of Magdalene's. He gazes at you for a long, solemn minute. Abruptly he stands and removes 2 polished glasses and a filled decanter from a box on the wall. He places one glass before you and fills it deep. I suppose I should commend your nerve in giving me that answer. He fills his own glass and finishes it in one swift swig. My own self, cindered ash in the kiln of my ambition. He gives you a crooked smile. So goes the teaching of Magdalene's. He goes to a drawer and takes out a sealed envelope. For all your trouble, I am who I have chosen to be. I have that at least. 500 sovereigns is pretty nice. Yeah. Okay. And now we have this new option. We can go backstage. There are always jealous glares when someone parts the violet curtain that keeps the attendants' private space from their work. Backstage, relaxed chatter and the scratchy sounds of music over the gramophone fill the air. Clouds of powdered makeup and tobacco wash over you, mixed with lavender perfume. Share a drink. Checkers and whiskey are the order of the day. A tournament is organized. Good whiskey for wins, bad for forfeits, extra shifts for losses, excepting yourself, of course. Your penalty is to do the washing up. The afternoon passes in a pleasant haze. A tomb colonist is visiting a friend. Attendants draw lots to see who has to don the bandages this time. Interesting. So just a bunch of different ways to share a drink and maybe have different things. Glasses gleam in mellow candlelight. A party is being prepared. No customers allowed. Quiet weeping can be heard. Help an attendant prepare for work. The face powder the attendant is using is cloying. He flexes his shoulders, cracking each knuckle in his hands. The pay was worse in the parlor, but the work is easier. I don't know how many more long-lost sons I've got in me. This is a weird place. Okay, so let's get our terror down. We have 5 secrets, 8 gossip, 11 specimens, and 11 visions. Let's do specimens. We will talk with a very boring person. You think you shared a cabin with this gentleman once on the long ride to New Winchester. A fussy gentleman with an abominable hat and a dreadful habit of correcting your grammar. He's here now with his awful mustache and a leaden pencil. It appears he made quite a catalogue of your vices in the short time you shared. He has developed opinions. The door closes behind you just as the gentleman is opening his briefcase to bring out his lists. Why is this reducing my terror? But whatever. Speak to him again? Maybe he has something new for me? It doesn't seem so. How are things at Magdalen's? No. I think we might be done here. You know, of course, beyond the need to treat our terror and nightmare over time. So we go ahead and grab some seeds. I mean, if nothing else, you can sell these seeds for normal price back in Winchester. So on to Prosper or back to Winchester? I need to kill a bee. And actually, can we buy some more fuel? Yeah. Let's head back to Winchester. That gets so close. And here's some supplies I can't even pick up, but we'll see what we have to discard. Can always drop a seed. So we just found... I can't even tell. But out of these things, probably fuel is the cheapest. It was a teacup. Crockery, whatever they call it. So I'm thinking we should go back to, once we get up to Winchester, we should go up to the Leadbeater and Stainrod Nature Reserve. We got a couple things to do there. And we need to kill a bee. And I think there were a bunch of bees up there. But yeah, I wish there was an option instead of jettisoning a supply to like top up this meter. Because we effectively lost, 2 fuel there. Oh, there's something right there. We'll go take a look at it. And we have some marauders. One marauder. Okay, that was a waste. Oh dear. He's kind of hiding behind that. There we go. Oh, this is the wreck. Here, use that to restore my health. And 3 fuel. That's far more than I can carry. That doesn't look healthy. I guess that's supposed to be roots. Maybe I'm thinking too much like Hybris. Like Hybris doesn't look healthy. Do you have a name? Yeah, and we leveled up on it. Nice. Okay. So our heart's still over 50 now. We want mirrors and iron, I'm thinking. I mean, probably I should get this up to 25 now. But I'm gonna push these both up to 50. We'll push the mirrors up to 50 at least. So mirrors and iron. This would do it. It's demon soot. Spent much time at the engine yards watching locomotives being built, repaired, and decommissioned. They were iron behemoths. Their bones steel, their breath steam, their innards intricate as a pocket watch. How did you spend your time? Learning how they worked, of course. This looks mushroomy. A homestead. Trade supplies for bronze wood. That's a good deal. We have lots of supplies. Okay. Here, we'll go north and then go down and drop off stuff before heading into Winchester. Something down there. I think we'll just let that one go. We could just be following our bat the entire time. From randomly spawned item to randomly spawned item. Oh, another thing explored. That looked like a ship. Yeah, Tackety. But again, we're full, so no point. Lucky you, Tackety. Not for a moment, though. But whatever. It's not that important. Have all my report reports. We should have a bunch of them. Yeah. 8 of them. Wow. Okay, we had been almost everywhere. And the stovepipes are now up to 10? I mean, it seems like I'm helping the stovepipes all the time, but they're never able to pull ahead. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Let's get another invitation. Why not? I mean, we have 31 gratitude. Let's grab some stamps. Or some permits. We'll just go up to 10, I think. And then let's go ahead and use our favor to affect the balance in the reach. So, oh, that did move my reputation around. Oh well. But it moved them up to 7. Oh, that now they're both low. They're both desperate. Yeah, I don't get how this works. Like, you'd think it would just always be going back and forth, but it's not. Instead, sometimes they're both ahead of 25, sometimes they're both below. At least they're balanced, but they're both desperate now. Let's just leave. Like, I wonder if it said I'm loathed. I wonder if at some point they'll just start attacking me on sight. Alright, so first thing first, Bazaar. You still want panes of glass. You still want... Or no, this is new. You want souls. I think I have some souls. You have a whole bunch of seeds, at least. I have hours. No, I have souls. These are undistinguished souls. What did you want? Undistinguished souls. Okay. Am I going up to Prosper at the moment, though? Like, I wanted to go east. I think we're not going to go to Prosper yet. We'll go east, and then we'll come back. Oh, we can attend the grand premiere now. Okay. Ms. Lemaire has reopened a theater beneath the arches of the Bishop Bridge. Prominent Tackities sit with London sympathizers. They have formed a brief truce, united in their loathing of the cramped velvet seats. A light flares on the plaster wall. The film begins. The film is titled The Concupiscence of the Verdants. Flickering images on painted lenses jerk across the wall. The camera luxuriates in the collapsing brown flesh of a fruiting fungus, the flight of a sporing body, the sudden bursting of a violet fungal sac, the prolonged death spasms of a cameraman. That's terrible. There are gasps from the audience. Take in the detail, admire the wider picture, or close my eyes. Take in the detail. The final sequence of the rotting fungal husks collapsing onto the settlement is exquisite, and yet you are the only one who remains behind to congratulate Lemaire. I wish more people were so discerning. Still, this was only a start, and it gained uncanny specimens which I didn't really need. Meet me later, she says. Okay. She rings for 2 cups of nectar-infused tea. I crave the stuff, she says, a smile creasing her face like a well-used cushion. I'm too old to be lugging cameras about anymore, waiting for the perfect shot. My own fault. I could have stayed in London, but I wanted to see the stars. Thanks for helping me home. This is where I'll stay now, I think. She coughs into a yellow-stained handkerchief. Time to fund films rather than make them. The coughing worsens. Please excuse me. She leaves you with a hurried goodbye and the bill. And she's retired, and we gained a whole bunch of experience. That's I think she might be permanently sick for, being exposed to the spores of hybris. My crew is full. My ambition is 5,000, right? And we're halfway there, but do I really want to live out here in the Reach instead of in London? We don't need a repair. I don't want to do this one yet. I think we should just head on. Yeah. We're getting decent money. We just don't really have anything obvious to spend it on. Like, this seems so far off. 16,000. Certainly it would be good. It's quite impressive. But, yeah, I don't think I want this. This is the same price as mine, and I already rejected it. It would be basically just the same as this, except for it would have 11 less carrying capacity and a bit more health. A lot more health, really, though. I'm not going to bother with that. Instead, I do think we're nearing the end of our time here. Maybe. We need to go to Carillon. Let's go to Carillon, then Titania, and then Leadbeater and Stainrod. The rats need to go to Carillon. I don't remember exactly. What was your next step? You're not saying. You wanted to go to London to find quivers. You need to go up to Stainrod. You need tea. And then we'll learn more about you. You need to go to Carillon. You need Perduance. I think you need London. Yeah, you need to go you want to talk to the parents of your dead friend. Okay. Just making sure we're progressing our quests. And the rats to Carillon is the next step, I think. Hello, Tackety. Ignore that. It was a slip of the finger. They're kind of dodgy. And they can move away from me faster than I can get to them. Uh-oh. Yeah. There. Tear's not bad. Is this... Okay, we're still going towards Carillon. It looks like Lustrum, but it's, I guess we're heading in that direction, too. Found nothing. There's this shrine still. We definitely just want to get some terror removal. I keep wanting to say horror removal, but that doesn't sound right. That's not what I'm looking for. Port report. Ask about Sarge's stuff. She glances up when you enter her office. On noticing the Rat Brigade, her eyebrow rises a fraction. We've never satisfactorily answered the question of rodent souls. How can I help you? She addresses you and ignores the rats. It transpires that the Deviless is able to locate Sarge's file remarkably swiftly. She does not hand over the SIM folder, but reads it in silence. There, I knew he'd specified something. That those who came looking for that which he entrusted to us must first undergo penance to avoid a repetition of his mistake. You will require a shift in perspective from the checkerboard garden. Okay. Let's see what stat that is. Ah, oh, that's a Veils thing. Okay. That's the worst. Can we shift officers to Veils, maybe? You give me 2. You give me 6. 6. I mean, that's not bad. Like, that gives us up to 23. That's not terrible. Still pretty bad. 39% chance. Well, let's see what the penalty is for failing this. Terror. Try again. Hey. I was expecting that to take far longer. Alright. I have been cleansed of Sarge's sin. The Rat Brigade looks almost contrite. Much better. She passes over a single piece of paper from Sarge's file. It smells of incense and jasmine. Hookah, Cinders explains. Sarge did like his luxuries. The writing is minuscule and brief. The vault is at the central office of Hallige's Bank. The account was opened in London in the year before the blockade of New Winchester. Okay. I guess we're done here. Is there anything... We could buy some hours. Might as well. Alright, then let's talk to our people. Let's shift back to how we were before. Like, I haven't actually been paying attention to this. Let's get you up. Well, I think maybe having iron would be better. I kind of wish I could see both my stats at the same time. You're hearts and veils, and you are iron and veils. I kind of feel like it's not worth pushing our veils. We're never going to choose the veil choice. Hearts and iron. Veils and iron. Hearts. Hearts versus mirrors and iron. Yeah. Okay. So, 44, 42, 48. We dropped below 50 from our different choices. We'll have to keep that in mind when we do our next level up. Okay, talk to the rats again. They know the location of the vault. They don't seem to want to leave the locomotive. They need the numbers. The air is thick with the scent of jasmine. The rats have acquired a hookah pipe and are reminiscing over Sarge. Albrecht twitches his immaculate whiskers. We need to find Vilma, our strategist, but it'll be awkward. She was Cinder's paramour. There is a snort from somewhere in the nest. Albrecht continues. We lost touch with the others, but Vilma will know where they are. And when we open the vault, you will have a share, of course. She is at Perdurance as a pet. Perdurance as a pet. Okay. So nothing to do here. Tell me more about Sarge's tale. Petronella takes up the thread, frowning over her glasses. So we had a new boss, the lieutenant. Now, he wanted the admiration of command. But the Tackities and the Stovies didn't trust us because we were mercs. Just rats, right? We did eventually get a lucrative contract from the Tackities to sabotage the governor's engine to stop her fleeing New Winchester. Risky. Who else had the know-how to get it done, right? Her question is rhetorical. Her smile is proud. She pauses. More some other time. Okay. So another group that needs to go to Albion for their next thing. I don't think I need to go to Lustrum for anything. I don't technically need to go to Titania for anything, but we'll stop by and get a port report. And see if there's anything. And then we'll head on to Leadbeater and Stainrod. And we need to kill a bee. That's like... Do I want to go back up this way? No, I don't. That would be a bad idea. Let's go back out. We do have a lot of sky stories. We can sell them at Titania. That's a reason to go there. And of course there might be bargains. Hello, Marauder. That was close. Just 26 gold sovereigns. I do feel like Lustrum has not been well used. There's like, we were told to go there for the, this dude, the amiable whatever you are, or but other than that, we have not had any stories there. Maybe once, maybe if we had set up a claim there, we'd have more to do. And maybe we'll come back. I'm sure we will. I'm sure that the stories in London will send us back here all the time. There's a bee! You can't get away. Come here. Come back. There, it stopped. Ooh, near a hive. Nice. Okay. So shave the bee to get the materials for the magician. A 62% chance. I thought we had higher before. Probably we lost some because we shifted our officers around. I think we'll just go for the experience. I don't want to risk crew. Well, I don't even know if that would risk crew. Let's do it and see what the failure condition is. Yeah, it's losing crew. Okay. We gained some money though. That wasn't worth it. Yeah, we don't need to kill that bee. If it attacks us, we'll take it out. But otherwise, let's just go to the flower. Hopefully we'll be able to attend an art exhibition or something. Oh, we better defend ourselves first. They're coming right for us. There we go. I suppose technically you could just sit around killing bees forever and getting lots of experience for doing so. It's kind of a boring way of playing the game, though. Get all your stats maxed out first, then go do the stories. Yes, we can attend an art exhibition. Lose some tear. Get that port report. I still can't tell you about a new start. Do we have free some cheap hours? We don't need to buy any more of that. And this is where we can sell stories, because we have 20 stories. We have lots of vision to the heavens also. Let's sell one. We'll just get down to 10 of both, I think. There we go. And there's nothing more to do here. Yeah. I'm sure this will be a big deal eventually, but for now it's just kind of boring. I mean, to progress it requires that you visit 2 other realms. it seems kind of late gamey. But I'm definitely feeling like we are beyond the reach. We need to go to Albion. We're just going to wrap up a few things. We'll continue to progress this dude's story. We'll deliver the magician's props after we have to go back to Port Avon to get them repaired. And that should finish up Palmyra and Plenty. More bees. And then we'll have a whole new set of stories to deal with in Albion. Maybe I should explore more. I mean, there's all these empty areas that we haven't really figured out what there should be there. Like, this area in particular is really empty. Yeah. I'm sure we'll get told to go there at some point. Or if not, then we'll come back better prepared in the future. A memorial. Yeah, there was a crewman that died, and we're going to conduct the ceremony ourselves. It worked so well last time. 96% chance. Like, I wonder if that's, just a virtue of choosing the star as a priest. That you can always reduce your tear after losing a crewman. Ooh, another hive. Alright. They sing of a well and the unpleasant fate of the one who gave them voices. I wish I had more tea, so we could actually, you know, get his story going. He's probably going to want me to do stuff here. London. Or Albion. But I don't. There's just not been enough tea in the world. Okay, we got a wind. More bees. Alright. Join a hunting party. Or just reduce terror. Yeah. In terms of the bazaar, you're selling some munitions. Why not? Gather a port report. Yeah, so you completed your thing. Sure. The phlegmatic researcher welcomes you to his table with a booming, sit down, sit down. He calls for one of his scouts to pour you a brandy. Thanks to the hard labor of my fine colleagues, we've done it. Witness the culmination of their efforts. An orchard is growing outside. The trees all bear, well, one cannot say fruit, for they bear potatoes or carrots, while others have ears of corn hanging like pine cones. The phlegmatic researcher raises his glass. I call them sapling knots. With careful discipline, it's possible to harness the reach's chaos in abundance. After that, one may dictate growth. Wood may be negotiated with. The research continues. Okay, so what do you need now? He needs one of the following, but he wants all of them. The stomach of a cantankery, that's easy. A cutting of titania, it's also easy. And a fungal crinoline, maybe from Hybris? Fungal meteoroids have been observed. We did see one of those. I remember we did see one. It was like this rock that glowed. Okay, well, we'll get those eventually. We'll keep an eye out. That's not what I was looking for, though. I was looking for going into the reserve with the incautious driver. Deep in the wilderness stands a mighty tree, shriveled and dry. A fungal growth twists around it, its blooms flecked with purple and black. The incautious driver approaches it, lying down in suffocation. The verdant pulses, its buds splitting open, interrupting in a spore fall that soon coats the driver in shimmering emerald dust. For several minutes, silence. When the driver emerges, their faces crestfallen. It wasn't enough. What I brought it was only half the story. It needs more. You escort them back to the train. They should be more coherent after a good meal and a few hours' sleep. Oops. Excuse me. The driver needs time to process what happened. Well, that didn't help. Here, let's go into the reserve and see what we find. We gain some more stories. Okay. And what now, dude? The driver picks irritably at their ear. I was meant to be off this train by now. Just go into the well and everything will be fine. Instead, it's unsatisfied, Reverend. It needs an answer to something I can't give it. There's a piece of itself missing somewhere in Albion. Another of its spores sent out many years ago to find the truth. I can feel it out there somewhere, refusing to return. It enjoys its freedom too much. Perhaps if we look at the major ports, they must have left a trace. We have to find it. So search for evidence in London, Perderant, Whirly-Burly Juxtamare, Brabazon, and the Floating Parliament. basically go to Albion. That's what we want to do anyway, so that works out for me. Let's go back to New Winchester, down to Port Avon, and then up to Palmyra and Plenty. And then I think we're just going to go to Port Prosper and leave. Or maybe we need to go to Hybris one more time. Yeah, we need to go to Hybris one more time. We have the Pernickety Investigator or something. There's always more to do. I shouldn't complain. I still wonder if I should have gotten that right of wrongs. Like, maybe it didn't tell me the numbers. It said it was going to take away 2 stats to give me a 3rd stat. But, like, is it going to take 1 away and give me 5? Or is it going to take 4 away and give me 2? Or 4 away and give me 6 or something. I don't know. If they give me the numbers, I'd be more willing to do it. Just for the name, the right of wrongs. But I get the impression that if we just try to follow every single quest as far as it can go, we'll end up just going back and forth between these ports, you know, for one thing at a time, and it would just waste a lot of time. We need to be more efficient in our travels, do many things at once. Oh, it's one of those things. That's exactly what I was looking for. Right? Yeah, cut free the fungal... Well, now I kind of want to do it. What was the other things he needed? It was a bit of titania and a bee? Did I already... I killed a bee a moment ago. Did I not choose the right option? A cantankerous. Yeah. Well, we can probably find one of those around Port Avon. I mean, I just said I was going to not be inefficient, and then I ended up... Okay, we're going the wrong way. Then I end up getting completely distracted. How would we lose so much health? I think maybe we got hit by a marauder or something. No, a bee! A bee smashed into us a couple times. Remember that? Yeah, there's nothing there again. We could go to Trader's Knot and do another expedition. Let's do that. I do apologize. I'm just so easily distracted by things. Let's get another crewman, just in case. And do we have anything else to do here? I don't think so. No. So Avon, then Trader's Wood, and then maybe go up to the circus. No. Avon, Trader's Wood, maybe just come right back. Maybe Magdalene's and then come right back. So there's no reason to go to Magdalene's. Depends on how much terror we get doing the exploration. At the same... Wait a minute. Was I supposed to pick something up? Souls for Prosper? We're not going to Prosper right now. That's fine. I'm a little worried I might be questing too hard, actually. Like, it seems like the game requires a certain amount of grind in order to make money. And we're mostly avoiding the grind. We're, like, filling it in with our questing. Sure. Like, maybe I should plan on doing one quest per port visit, because then I can also do the trading around. Oops. There we go. You can't get away. So we need to be on the lookout for a cantankery. Now, if nothing else, we can go north of Magdalene's and get one right here, because there's a ton of them right there. Though we often see them right near the port here. Something down here. So, trade Sky Story for supplies. Eat my fill, reduce my terror. Yeah. Cheap fuel? Sure. We're so full of this, but I guess, you know, we're planning on doing expeditions, so. Alright. Here's the materials for the dude's equipment. And there we go. Return to the circus. I didn't read what that said. Probably it said he repaired it. No bargains. 2 days. Too bad. Visit the allotments. And gained a specimen. I'm sure I've done this all before. Let's just buy a couple more supplies. Like, if nothing else, we can just throw them in the bank afterwards, and next time we want to resupply in Winchester, we'll just pull it out of the bank. No cantankeries this time. Yeah, I guess there's a path in the middle there, but that'd be quite out of our way. Wreck. The Veil and Guise. I mean, we don't really need to repair. We're at 59. This will fail. Let's just strip her for repairs, just to avoid gaining any terror. Maybe I should be gaining terror though. Maybe like there's a virtue in having some nightmares. Maybe it lets you progress new quests or something. Alright. So, expedition into the woods. We're gonna send everybody in. And we're gonna go to the Barrows of Silence. Your crew are reluctant but obey your command. They haul on their packs and make ready for another incursion. The Scourers watch you leave, their expressions solemn. You emerge into a field of purple flowers, bright as new bruises. Captain, the stoker's voice is anxious. Can you hear them? Something whispers from beneath the petals. What do they know? Maybe you can learn. Or plug your ears, shut out the sound. 72 versus 62. You find your booziest stoker and demand she open her knapsack. Inside, as expected, a veritable cellar of wine. Her protests are stifled when she realizes you intend to drink the wine now. Better everyone's drunk than hearing the voices. An hour or so later, you stagger through the field, holding each other upright. If the flowers whisper to you, you do not hear them. Okay, beasts again. This worked twice before, and a third time. The bog. Last time we did mirrors, 50-50. Try. We've been so lucky with this. I'm kind of skeptical. I think these numbers might be lies. We gained a Tale of Terror, though. And now we're at it. The Barrows of Silence. The barrows smell of leaf mold and decay. Some are so old they've sunken and are barely distinguishable from the rest of the grass-covered ground. Your crew shiver as you walk past the mounds into the blasted circle at their center. A wind whips past you, blowing up dust. A bird overhead calls out, its cry is cut short. A deep depression. This game is a little bit too fond of, alliteration. A deep depression. Cry is cut short. Wind whips it past you. I mean, I see what you're doing, but maybe pull it back by half. Anyway, a deep depression sits at the center of the circle, surrounded by smoldering sigils of the correspondence. The sigils scored into the Barrows' earth smolder. The incandescent language is searing. A command burns your marrow. Here you will be silent. Steal your mouth, ensure your silence, gag your crew. I mean, I kind of want to do both of these things. Gag myself. You tear a strip of cloth from your sleeve and force it into your mouth till your jaw aches. Gag your crew. Good, I can do both of these things. A gagged crew quality is now 1. Go further into the circle. Wind gusts across the graves, setting stones rolling from the barrows. Your crew huddle close as you advance into the center of the circle. Below your feet, correspondence circle sigils flare like dying fireflies. Even now the letters of heaven sear the air. The entrances to the barrows have been filled with piles of rock. They are stoppered with slate and shale. Beneath your feet, the correspondence is incandescent. We have raised you up, and so we shall cast you down. Open the barrows or approach the hole. Probably don't want to remove our gag. That would probably be bad. We have raised you up, and so we shall cast you down. Seems like if we're following the voices, then going down into the hole would be better than opening it, maybe? Our power shared, our gift given, our law defied. The hole is partially clogged with ash, but you can see the gleam at the bottom. Something gold glistens down there. The sigils around the lip of the hole burn comprehension into you. The privilege of stewardship abused. Oh, that's not good. Fury and pain and betrayal racks your ligaments. Your hands shake as you pluck the golden seal from its dim tomb. You have the last seal. I don't know, I feel like maybe we should have opened it up. But whatever, we have the 3rd seal. So consult the scholars on opening the gate. You have the 3 seals to open the regent's grave. The scholars are waiting eagerly for your return, though they affect otherwise. The vituperative classicist arrives first. Well? The others hurry behind her, their expressions repetitions of her question. You explain all you can. A servant thrown down for dreadful overreach. It is not my king in the barrow, then, only a retainer. We don't know that, though it's a reasonable supposition. She turns to you. Take me with you. Let's open this wretched grave. The theologian immediately volunteers himself as an alternate. So the paleographer doesn't seem like he's interested. His theory is in tatters. The truth might be a bomb. You may only take 1 scholar with you. You need an interpreter. She was the least bound to her theory. Perhaps she'll find the truth rewarding. His insouciant demeanor shields him from disappointment. Would he appreciate the truth? I'm going with the classicist. I've packed already. I'll meet you by your engine. She walks away, ignoring the gazes of her colleagues. The paleographer sighs and returns to his tent. The theologian approaches you. Please be careful. I wouldn't want anything to happen to her. You'll need to find the Regent's grave in your locomotive. Fly to the Regent's grave deeper in the wood. Huh. Camp is deserted now. So it's a place. It's not just like a Failed. We lost 2 crew. Oh, that's terrible. I didn't think I'd lose crew. I thought I might just gain some terror. Maybe we can recruit some people? 1 crew. There's my port report. Okay, we checked the bazaar, right? Yeah. 2 days. Like, do I want to go in there? This was the falls, right? Okay, well this is not what I expected to be doing, but let's go ahead down and straight into this area and see if we can find like another area, another place to go. We have lots of supplies, we can explore. Cantankerous! Give me your stomach. Its shell is too tough to crack, but it's large enough to crawl into, and that's what the unlucky winner of an impromptu lottery is obliged to do. They're given a knife and a sou'wester to cover their sky suit and crawl inside. They emerge later. What on earth is that? They emerge later, dripping, cursing, and clutching the withered knot of a stomach. So we needed a cutting of titania now. Instead, discovered something. Is it this that it discovered? That's quite distant. Another thing there. Let's hug the wall down here and get the edge of the map mapped. The edge of the chart explored. Okay. This might have been a bad choice. But we got you nice and cut against that wall. Like, you see paper rushing away. 100% chance for some bronze wood. That's actually good money. If you can avoid getting hit. Ooh, here's something. Why didn't my bat tell me about this thing? Maybe it was afraid to go near the spinsters. I can shoot right through that, yeah. Even if my light doesn't go. You have not even attacked yet. Maybe you're a friendly one. I mean... Another one! My goodness. There better be a good reward in here. We're too close. Back up. Maybe the reward is the friends we made along the way, or the bronze we picked up. A bronze wood I can't mine because I don't have the right implement. That's too bad. Like, we saw that this is all closed. Does this go all the way back around that way? I don't think so. I think we're in a dead end. Yeah. Okay. But hey, we got just like, what, 400 or so from that bronze wood? Without taking too much damage. Another one! I bet that's respawn. Not just that we missed her on the way in. I like all the trees in this area. It's very pretty. Like, I'm looking at the background right here. My goodness. Don't let her get close. Okay. Well, that was a very lucrative little side area. Those are each, what, 175? So we got like 900? Something like that. 875, I guess. And a dead end. Really, though, the mapping is the virtue here. The terror, the cost. I think this area of the region with the more typical forest than the jungle out in out near Leadbeaters is much more pretty. Oh, we got some bees. Ooh, and they destroyed something. Look at that. That's another ship, or it was. I wonder if that actually was me and I just never looted it. A cantankerous placated. We'll just, you know, get some more supplies. Ooh. And we're losing terror too. Good deal. For being near these lovely falls. It wasn't Regent Tears that we were looking for, was it? It was like the Regent's Gate, I thought. Let me just double check. Like, we've already done this, haven't we? Maybe we just can't do it too often. Okay, we just gained some random gossip. I think I probably should have read that. I think that was something new. But whatever. Too bad. Hello. It is pretty. We could use another crew. Ooh, a crew member at the cost of terror. I think I'm going to lose my terror instead. We got some money. Good deal. That actually worked out much better than I was expecting. But look at this, it's so pretty. This is where I want to go. I want to go up in there. But let's just hug this a little bit longer. We did just discover a thing. Maybe there's more things to discover. We certainly have the supplies for an extended expedition. Okay, let's go back. More bronze wood I can't do anything with. Don't have mining. Oh, we got a wind. It seems like maybe the game does not want us to go up into here. Look at this, there's all these little fiery things. You should come over here, dude. We don't want to fight in the wind. Oh, that didn't work well for you, man. I don't want to fight in the wind. Come on, man. Here, if you only need one more hit, but that's okay. Let's see if we can squeeze through this. The scent of rancid meat fills your engine. The candle wind howls. Is that this? This is candles? Our terror's going up. The star mad. I don't remember seeing that before. I think it must... I do think that the winds change with time. I'm regretting not having mining. We've seen like 4 or 5 of those in like the past 10 minutes. You're near the heart of the wood. Yeah, this seems like it's going in a good place. Except for it's apparently a terror thing. We're just there. The Regent's grave. Perfect. Seal it shut forever, or open the gate. I didn't expect to have an option like that. Open the gate. Before fitting the seals into the gate, the scholar examines the correspondence markings on them, something about to be used for visitation, and a reminder to not visit unless in direst need. Each seal fits a particular depression in the gate, in goes silver, then bronze, then gold. As you place the final silver, the gate swings inward of its own accord. A long stair, vastly wide, descends downward into the gloom. Below, a wind howls with all the ferocity of a starving wolf. Burn away the wax that seals the traitor's mouth? At the foot of the stair is a burial chamber fathoms high. Hanging from the roof is a skeleton. The bones are the size of locomotives, the skull palatial. Red correspondence sigils are branded on the bones. The trisected skull's mouth is sealed shut with chorister wax. The sigil on its jawbone mean to have gone further than one should. Standing well back, you order your crew to light a fire below the skull's mouth. Soon the wax is congealing and dripping in long, slow splashes onto the tomb floor. The heat in the chamber rises. Dashes of wax begin to fall in heavy drops from the mouth of the skull. The wind rises to a frenzy. The last of the wax melts. The skull's jaw hangs open, and correspondence sigils. What is correspondence? Is it like that? That's like a religion or something? The cavern lights in fierce incandescence as the tamer spits furious correspondence. Your scholar struggles to keep up as they translate the sigils on the spot. The scholar translates. The servant was given a task. They mean to complete it, but they have no body. They mean to chain the wood, no tame it. They overstepped when they gave voice to the voiceless. They want to undo their error. The scholar falls silent. Sorry? What? Their eyes widen. They want one of us to help them for a year and a day. Oh. Explain the judgment of the Reach has perished. What would the task entail? Why not leave things as they are? Give the tamer your body. Allow the scholar to do it. I kind of don't want to give the tamer my body. What would the task entail? Correspondence flashes in the dark like bonfires on Guy Fawkes night. The scholar frowns, the vanquishing of all airs, the making right of the wood. Something about work, bloody, burning, taming work. The silencing of the voices and the stilling of tongues. They seem to think it's self-explanatory. I'm going to say the scholar can do it. Like, I don't want to spend a year here. The vituperative classicist strides forward without a second glance. Well, come on then, I haven't got all. The rest is lost as the wind pounces on her. It howls as it forces its way into the empty places in her skull. She turns back to you, eyes unseeing, and runs from the tomb out into the wild of the wood. The grave is silent. Return to the parting glaive in a year and a day to complete this story. I mean, didn't we begin in March of I don't think it's been a year since I began playing, and it's been like 10 hours, if not more. But okay, let's remember in winter of 06 we should go back to Trader's Wood. Let's get this area thoroughly explored so we don't have to ever come back here. I guess I should have expected that. Oh, that's not fair. It still hit me even after we did it. Even after we killed her. But look at our terror. It's just... it's jumping up. Leave the grave. I'm betting this doesn't go through. I mean, there's nowhere for it to go through. Yeah, it does. But okay, we completed another, well, we completed the quest to the point where we can't do anything more on it. We just have to wait and do other stuff. God, they can go away so fast. I mean, I can't even go forward that quick, and they can go backwards that quick. Gideon's bronze. That looks like one needs assaying. Could this go through? Yeah, it could. Okay. Like, I would not mind going through, like, this way. We need to go to Titania. And New Winchester. Back behind us. No, that was this thing way up here. Doesn't matter. We're not going there. There's a lot of them. Okay. Just an uncanny specimen. We have so many of those. Do we have a name for you? Yeah, we got it. Heckin's mare. Heckin's mare? Alright. Yeah, let's keep going. Like, we could go back out to Port Avon, but there's no need to. You have the supplies to keep going and maybe find some more interesting things. I mean, there was going to be new bargains in 2 days there, but oh well. Close to a level. Into the cold area. So I'm betting we come out here. It's possible that this rounds out and we have to go all the way down through there to get through, but I don't think so. I bet we're gonna... It could be that this is a connector and that this doesn't connect, but I'm betting it does. We shall see. Ooh. Don't see many of those. I kind of don't want to mess you up because we have so much trouble getting stovepipes. A stovepipe setup. Okay. Another memorial. Yeah. It seems like it's always when our terror gets to a certain level. If we've lost a crew nearby. Oh, okay. That's a trouble. You gonna help me out? We're getting weird light flickering. He just walks away. So much for the reputation. Morale is fragile. There's occasionally a shrine outside Carillon that lets me reduce my terror, but I think better just to push on to Titania. I hear fighting. Discontent. Set a watch on this. Okay. An engineer cries out, her voice hoarse as a professional mourner. It's gone! She points through one of the stained glass windows. A star, winked out. You look through the glass. Stars burn upon the firmament. The specific patch of sky she's pointing to is indeed empty, but you couldn't say if a star had been there before. It's because our terror is so high. Set a watch on the stars. 45% chance. Make a joke of her. She'll kill herself, maybe. Spend supplies to keep people happy. Oop. You better not attack me. You'd think that success in battle would lower your terror, but it doesn't. More bees. This should give me a level, I think. Certainly both of them would. And not quite. There we go. So I want to get my hearts back up. So hearts, and then either iron or mirrors. Haunted? Give me a tale of terror. A ghostly presence. You're plagued by the past, by some guilt or sin, or ordeal that will not let you rest. Art expedition will help. Yeah, okay, good. I can't get a port report. I must already have one. I just haven't been home in a while. You're selling cheap hours? Might as well. And we'll buy some supplies to get back to even. And we could sell more Sky Stories? Sure. Alright. Wait a minute! We need a cutting! That was the whole point of coming here. Huh. Maybe I can't do it until after I give them a new start. That's unfortunate. So we can't progress that quest. That kind of changes what my plans were. I was going to go up to there next and turn that in, but we can't get a cutting. I mean, can't we just reach out and snip a bit? I guess not. Oh well. Let's go back to New Winchester then. No, well, we need to go up to, we need to turn something at Palmyra and at Hybris. Okay, let's go up towards Palmyra and planning at Hybris. I'm going the wrong way. That's a shame. I bet that if we'd come here earlier, if we hadn't come here earlier, and the bees hadn't already wrecked the place, we would have been able to get a cutting. But that does kind of tell us that, you know, the intended progression probably is that we already have progressed that area before we've progressed Leadbeater. So I guess that's another thing urging us to go on to Albion. Yeah, give me the forest of traders, not ahead of this jungle any day. Oh, we got a wind. Okay. We do need repairs. Seems safer than potentially seeing something scary and ending. Oops. Okay, we need to get out of this wind. It's way heavy. We're going to be forced into Leadbeaters. I think they're going to be stuck back there. We can just ignore them. We could go down like this. Let's do that. Just to get some mapping. I know everyone's... We're gonna be at the circus soon, and we can probably at least get our tear down by 30 at least. Maybe more. I think we used most of our tickets last time, but we'll get a few more. Maybe not to get us all the way to Ibris, though. We might have to turn back just for terror. Thought I saw a light. Maybe another ship down there. Probably just a taxi. There we go. I missed something here. What was that? Oh, don't know. Went right by it. And nothing I can do here. Oh! This leaving reduced my tear. Nice. Did not expect it to. Alright. Okay, we're just gonna do everything we can to try to get our tear down. Free tickets. Port report. Let's turn in the magician's repaired equipment. The magician inspects his equipment as thoroughly as a gunnery officer would their cannons before a long-awaited engagement. When he is satisfied that the panels do shut properly and silently, he breathes a sigh of relief. It's been some time since I've been able to do anything worth a damn. I remember back in those days the people my performances would attract. He catches a glance at an old poster of himself. He requests you leave him alone to practice. And that's all of them. Let's attend a performance. The big top is filled. The audience chatters in anticipation. We read that. So the magician actually has something new now. He appears suddenly from a puff of smoke, dazzling the crowd with his many amazing devices. Good deal. And we gained a whole bunch of stories and a vision of the heavens, but not terror reduction. Yeah, I don't know. Go behind the tent. Does the dude... It's like I can't talk to him anymore. The ringmaster. He's not here. I thought there'd be like a final good job for doing all 4 of the things you need. But I guess not. Maybe when we come back. Some cheap nectar. I'm reluctant to go on to Hybris. I think we'll delay that. We'll do it some other time. Because we don't have fuel. We only have 3. We'd probably be okay if we went like this and then back. But I think instead I'm just going to go straight back down to New Winchester. And then we'll leave. We'll have to come back some other time. Maybe I have to go to Magdalene's on the way. Like, maybe go like that way and then out. In order to drop our tear. I guess I was hoping for more from the circus than I got. Let's try our port reports in the other place, the Victory Hall, and see what they give us. I think it was Sabbath's Secrets, right? But we have so many ministry stamp permits and invitations to Perderance that I don't think we need more. Not at the moment, at least. Look at that. The stovepipes are down to 0. Like, I don't even know. We're going to have to go over there. Well, that would ruin our reputation, though. I don't know. I feel like I've worked so hard trying to keep them normal, and we have 6 Savage Secrets. We have 6 otherworldly artifacts. 7 now. I'm gonna go and trade my London power for affecting the balance in the Reach. It's gonna kill our reputation, but it will bring them back into balance. Because I mean, I'm kind of, I'm with the establishment. I'm with the Londoners, and they just can't seem to maintain a foothold here, even though we're working as hard as we can for them. They're now up to 5. And we are considered beloved of the Windward Company. And not loathed. We're loathed, but we're not, like, hated. I think we'll just leave that there. I don't know. Maybe trying to keep the balance doesn't work. Maybe they want you to side with one. But if I've killed so many Tacadies, and I've only killed like a couple of the other ships. I'm assuming that's how that works. I don't know. There's some mechanic underlying this that I'm not aware of. Anything new here? No. Follow the sound of commotion. Ooh, what's this? You have not encountered the psalmists. Known where their judgments keep their thrones? What does that mean? The psalmists are causing trouble again. Chaplet Street is lined with gleaming churches dedicated to every conceivable deity, sect, or heresy. And there is a corner of Chaplet Street nestled between the crematorium and a tobacco shop where the city's least popular temples have been segregated. On this grubby and profane little corner, a group of yellow-colored vicars are trying to make themselves heard above the furious yelling of a gaunt priest. The psalmists seem to be getting into an unholy row with the new sequencers. As you approach, psalmists pour from their ramshackle church and charge. So wade in, fist at the ready. Attempt to mediate. Sit back and watch. Or sneak away. Attempt to mediate, probably. So it's a church that revere biblical curses and a cult that worships the sun. I think the sequencers are the sun worshippers, and psalmists are they're more biblical. Okay. We succeeded. You step between the warring priests and beg them to desist for the good of their reputations. The sequencers mutter among themselves and withdraw to their temple. The constables arrive to find the psalmists jeering and flinging stones at the sequencers' retreating backs. This again, one of the constables pinches the bridge of her nose. She pulls a slip of paper from her pocket and hands it to the psalmist's head priest. We're shutting your church down, effective immediately. You've been nothing but trouble since you arrived. Okay, good deal for the sequencers. You've been asked to ferry the 13th psalmist to the White Well in the Blue Kingdom? Okay. I kneel before you twice scorned, once my former congregation and now again by the prejudiced machinations of this city. Please take us aboard your train. He pulls a tattered map from his equally tattered robes. Here, the White Well in the Blue Kingdom, where the dead go. We will build anew there. We will spread our word even beyond the veil. Okay. The psalmists of the cursing church are so overjoyed that a few of them attempt to smile. It's a terrible thing to behold. They settle back into their habitual frowns as they gather their meager belongings and file onto your train. I'm not going to the Blue Kingdom, so you guys will be on our train for a while, I think. Hopefully that's not a problem. Explosives for Lustrum. I am not going to Lustrum right now. I don't really want to go to the nature reserve either. Even though we have plenty of hours. How does the map look? No. I don't want to. No. Unload a bunch of stuff. We have a lot of money and potential that is just sitting in our bank. And I think that's fine. Because there's nothing I really want to spend it on right now. Except for maybe... No, nothing right now. But yeah, 18 hours. So 6 and 6. We've got 20. What do we got? 15 empty spots. And anything else going on here? Repair, certainly. Oh, we need another crewman. Alright. What's our money look like? 21? Okay. I think we're going to take a break here, but I have a plan. Next time, we are going to go to Magdalene's, and then we're going to go to Port Prosper, and then we're going to go to Albion. And we'll have a whole new set of things to do there. Which, before I stop, just so I don't forget, let's go ahead and grab those souls. So we're going to take some souls for Prosper. Okay. But yeah, that will be tomorrow's plan. So thank you, everyone, for watching. Until next time.